Is the iPhone 12 worth it in 2025? Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech. And in this video, I'm going to talk about if the iPhone 12 is worth taking a look at in 2025. Now, the iPhone 12 has been out for 4 years, and when this iPhone was new, the prices have typically changed. We will talk about prices towards the end of the video, but for right now, I want to talk about if this iPhone is worth it in 2025. Now, it is currently January 1st, 2025, which is New Year's, and this year for me will make 3 years since I've been using my iPhone 12, which is product red. Now I have the case off as I want to show you the exterior body of how you can expect to have something like this hold up for a long period of time. It holds up nice and beautiful. The product red variant, it comes in 5 other colors. This is product red, the one I have here. You can also get this iPhone in blue, green, white, black, and purple. Purple was the mid-cycle refresh color that was released in 2021, early 2021. Usually every year or every couple of years, Apple would do a mid-cycle refresh color to their iPhone lineup. The last time they did that was with the yellow iPhone 14, and the year prior, the green iPhone 13. Now, we're going to talk about camera and specs, as well as how the speakers hold up on the iPhone 12. But before we talk about that, I must talk about performance. Now, the iPhone 12 runs iOS 18. In fact, we are running the latest version of iOS 18.2. I don't know how well you will see this on camera. I don't know if it will show up good on camera, but I will try to see if I can get it to show. Don't know how well you can see that, but we are running iOS 18.2 on my iPhone 12. Now, as far as the performance with this device, this iPhone has the A14 chip inside with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, what that means for this particular device, it should perform typical from a device this age. Basically, if you don't care about having the latest and greatest tech, if you just want something that will work and do what you need it to do, this should perform more than perfect for the daily things that a typical iPhone does. It shouldn't slow you down at all. Now, I will share the most recent Geekbench score that I've ran. I haven't ran one today, but I will share the most recent Geekbench score that I did run, and that was on Saturday. We scored 2,080. Hold on here. 2,080 for single core. And we also scored 2,000 or 4,654 for multi-core. Here's a look at the Geekbench score. I ran that on Saturday. Now, I will briefly mention how this particular device has held up, but I won't go into full detail. But for me, this iPhone, let me just turn off the display. This device has held up perfectly. Now, I typically keep this iPhone in a case. I have it out for this video, but I typically keep this device in a case. But you can see the product red is a very nice color. And we also do have a rear camera, 2 cameras on this particular device. So we have a dual camera setup. The iPhone 12 Pro, I don't have one to show you, but it has 3 cameras. Now, as far as longevity with this iPhone, it's 2025, so I'd say you would probably get maybe 1 to 2 years left of iOS updates. I'm thinking probably 2 years because according to the latest leaks and rumors, the iPhone XR released in 2018 potentially could be getting iOS 19. And that makes for 7 years worth of iOS updates. So we could see this iPhone 12 get updates all the way until 2027, potentially with iOS 19 this year and iOS 20 next year, and maybe iOS 21. As far as the cameras on this particular device, it has excellent cameras. Again, we do have the ultra-wide camera, which is an f1.6 aperture or an f2.4 aperture. The ultra-wide camera, which zooms all the way out. And the wide camera is an f1.6 aperture. Also, we have the front-facing camera. I know all you probably can see is my iPad because I'm currently recording off of it. But the front-facing camera is an f2.2 aperture, and it is a 12 megapixel. Both cameras are 12 megapixels on the back and the front of this particular device. Now, as far as how the speakers have held up on this iPhone, I will play one of my videos to show. Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech. And I know this isn't going to be a sort of tech video, but I'm doing this for the New Year's. I want to wish everyone a happy... So the speakers on this particular iPhone has held up really wonderful. You can expect this device to have great speakers and hold up wonderful. Now, I will share my battery health. I do have 85% battery health on this particular iPhone. That's because I've been using this iPhone every day for 2 years. This has been my main iPhone. I typically don't install betas on this device, but that may change if I get a newer iPhone and get to keep this iPhone. Then I will change that. But while I have this as my main device, I typically will keep it on a stable version of software. Now then, as far as the storage options, this is one caveat I would probably try to avoid, because the storage on this device, if you can manage it, then it's probably good to have. However, if you primarily want to use your phone for a lot of video recording and a lot of photo taking, I would stay away from the 64 gig model. That is the starting storage that this iPhone starts with. I would probably go for the 128 or 256 gig versions rather than the 64 gig variants, as you will easily run out of storage on a 64 gig iPhone. Thankfully, I myself haven't ran out of storage, but if you take a lot of videos and a lot of photos, unfortunately, you will run out of storage. So I would consider what you typically use your iPhone for and base your storage option off of that. Now, as far as pricing with this particular iPhone, You can find a refurbished iPhone 12 for around $200 to $350, depending on the condition of this particular iPhone. Now, again, I've used this iPhone for 2 years, and it will be 3 years in May, and I will have a video on May 31st talking about that this year. But you typically can find this device for around $200 to $350. Apple doesn't sell this device new anymore, but you can find it in the refurbished market. So while you won't find it new, you will find it, however, in the refurbished market from Apple. Or maybe you can look up other apps like maybe Amazon or Back Market, where they will also have the iPhone 12 as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the iPhone 12 in 2025. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I will see you guys later.